What's up, guys? I saw this video and I wanted to check it out, so let's check it out with me.
At the time of the signing of the prenuptial agreement, did Ms. Gumliva list her assets?
Yes.
At the time of the marriage and the signing of the prenuptial agreement, what were your assets?
Oh, I got a lot. I had a lot. I own a couple restaurants in town. I own property in Florida. I own my 401ks with Morgan Stanley. I have my crypto accounts.
So she's
It's not like I don't understand why rich people marry. I get it. It's a lot of times it's image. You want to present a certain image, but what I don't understand is why don't you just fake it? In the sense that get with a woman, right? Where you're only marriage and name. That's it. I mean, stand by. I honestly think that wealthy men, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to get married after you're wealthy, right? I find no sense in it, even with a prenup. Because here's this. This is the one. This is a video of she's trying to get a prenup canceled. So why even get why even go through that stuff, right? That's why I really don't understand wealthy men to desire marriage when you're wealthy.
remained with you as a marital couple for 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since she left.
The court set this hearing to determine whether or not the proposed property division is equitable.
After marrying a multimillionaire for just 8 months, she is now demanding half of everything. She's taken him to court because she no longer agrees with the prenuptial agreement she willingly signed, and now she wants more than what she brought into the marriage. So she wants the judge to dismiss the prenup in hopes of dividing his assets equally. Before they got married, she owned one house, which he helped pay off, and a car he purchased for her. But in her eyes, that's not enough. She believes she deserves more, and this is why they are in court.
All right, Ms. Gumliva, I'm going to mute you. All right, Ms. Quist.
Your Honor, as you know, we're here for a damages hearing today. If the court allows, I'll take testimony from Mr. Vera in regard to the facts surrounding the prenuptial agreement and the judgment of divorce that will demonstrate that it is equitable under the circumstances. Ms. Gumliva left the marriage in October of 2023 or 2022. Mr. Vera will testify to that, and we will go through the prenuptial agreement. There are a few housekeeping matters, but I think they're better addressed at the end because it gives some context, if this court allows. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Please call your first witness.
I call Christian Vera. Mr. Vera, I'm going to ask you a series of questions surrounding not so much as your marriage, but as to the prenuptial agreement and to the judgment of divorce, as you know, and has been discussed. A judgment of divorce really has to be fair and equitable under the circumstances, even if a person is in default. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions surrounding.
Ms. Quist, hold on. I'm sorry. I think you might be speaking too fast.
Oh, I'm speaking too fast. Okay.
Ms. O'Malley, are you able to translate that for Ms. Gumliva?
Repeat the question, please.
Are you able to translate what Ms. Quist just said for Ms. Gumliva?
She has to repeat it again. That was fast. Sad.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
She's foreign too. This is a thing where I promoted, right? I promote Passport Bros, right? Open up your options. Don't just have, just don't have America or any Western country, right? You live in the UK, you live in Australia, right? Just don't have that. That's it. But here's the thing where, to be honest, you're a multimillionaire. Why even get married? You could live, let's say if your girl is Thai, you can live there. You can go there most of the time of the year, right? So really, to be honest, it's like You can buy a property there and it wouldn't be a big deal. If you are a multi-millionaire, I don't think there's any logic to marry anyone. I'm sorry. If you are a multi-millionaire, if you have hit millionaire status, even, yeah, millionaire status, it doesn't make sense for you to marry. It doesn't. You can live anywhere. So if you have a girl in, like I said, Colombia, I don't know, Thailand, China, Japan, fuck it. Buy a property there and go there every like, I don't know, 6 months of a year, whatever. To get married, like, seriously, I just don't, even if you're a passport bro, right? Even if these women who are, yeah, I get it, they're gorgeous and they're giving you a chance, but let's be honest. A lot of these women don't love you like that, even if they do love you. Okay. They love you because your money. They love you because a chance to get a green card. We got to be honest with ourselves. Now, if you are closer to her level, then maybe, but if you're a multimillionaire, I'm doubtful.
Okay. Mr. Vera, as you know, the court must do equity and must decide that a judgment is equitable and fair in light of the surrounding circumstances, even when a person is in default. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions regarding the prenuptial agreement and the judgment of divorce. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to ask you to not guess or to not try and put words in the other person's mouth. Just answer the questions. If you can't, say you can't answer it. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Are you married?
Yes.
To whom are you married?
Diana Gumliva.
When were you married?
We were married February 11th of 2023 at Fairway Estate Court in Valrico, Florida.
Okay. Did you have any children together?
No.
Okay. Is this your first marriage?
No.
Did you own property?
What's even worse, okay? For multimillionaires, when you've had multiple marriages, I don't fucking understand why you continue to do that to yourself. It sometimes I feel like usually the most economically smart men are the most socially stupid men. I honestly don't understand. Okay, and you hear it, right? I mean, money doesn't make you smarter, really. Okay, money, and like if you were like a geek, and you know if you're a geek before you had money, you're a geek after you have money. If you were someone who has no street smarts before you had money, you have no street smarts after you have money. So money just makes you, rich, but it doesn't, make you really all that much better. It just amplifies who you are.
Before the marriage?
Yes.
Did Miss Gomliva own property before the marriage?
Yes.
And because of this, did the two of you decide to take any precautions in regard to protecting your property in the event of a divorce?
Yes. I had a prenup done prior to marriage by Steve Elkins. During that meeting, Deanna signed it. She also signed off on any assets moving forward after the marriage, because in her eyes, if the marriage didn't work, she wanted the divorce to be done so she didn't have to spend any equitable monies to fight it in court, as well as she didn't want people to think she married me for my money.
And did both of you?
Oh, Ms. Quist, she's
Sorry.
raising her hand. Ms. O'Mealy, can you translate, please?
Yes, I want to ask to repeat the last phrase.
Mr. Vera, could you repeat what the last sentence you said?
Pertaining to Deanna signing off on future assets of the marriage, her reasoning to Steve Elkins was because of the fact that she didn't want to incur cost of a divorce. If the divorce was needed, it would be done and she didn't want people to think that she married me for money. That's
Um,
why she signed off on the prenup as well as the future assets of the marriage.
It would make sense if he wasn't in a courtroom fighting for the things he spent years of hard work to acquire. She said she wasn't marrying him for his money, but how does she explain the fact that she's now trying to cancel the prenuptial agreement she signed? I thought the whole point was to prove to everyone that she was marrying for love. Yet the very fact that they're in court over this seems like clear proof that she had every intention of going after part of his assets. I just don't understand why some people feel entitled to things they never contributed to in the first place. And honestly, why are they even in court over his assets when she already signed a prenup?
Он сказал, что
I guess she's Russian or whatever. This is a thing where I get it, okay? I've seen this, right? You see couples say, "Oh, I would never lie." Well, fucking lied. I would never cheat. Well, they cheated. Oh, I'm not marrying you for money. You want that money. I mean, I'm not saying to like 100% distrust people out the gate. I get it. The prenup was his caution, but look at that. Look at what it just, it didn't really help him. Or it still got him into this situation where she's trying to get his money, or she's trying to cancel it. It is hard, right? It is hard. I get it. You want to trust your partner. You know, these are the people you love, but sometimes it's just, I don't know. It's not like I have a solution, right? I don't prescribe solutions, but it's just hard for me to grapple with it. Like, what would I say? What would I say to people, right? Oh, should I not marry? I mean, you probably shouldn't. Oh, should I not trust my partner? It's hard, right? Because yes, people can lie. People have shown to lie. People have shown to cheat. People have shown to, sign a prenup, but you know what? They actually want to get your money. It is hard, right? It is hard, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would tell men, because I don't want. This is the thing where I don't want men to be cynical. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, you can look at the two. I mean, she doesn't look young, right? But she does look pretty. You can see him. So I mean, but I get it. The prenup. He got a prenup. So, but this is the thing. You shouldn't even got married. I'm sorry. Okay. Even though you think that, oh, she didn't marry you for money, but come on. The percent of her lying, or the percentage of her actually marrying money, it's not zero, right? It's not zero. So instead of even going through the prenup shit, just be together. I mean, like, unless he's trying to get her a green card, but if he's not, sounds like they got married in Florida. So just be in a relationship.
у вас был договор, который вы подписали до заключения брака, чтобы если брак не сработает и у вас будет развод, чтобы люди не говорили, что вы вышли замуж за деньги. И чтобы не тратить деньги на бракоразводный процесс.
Mr. Vera, so you were married in January of 2023 or February?
Yes, I will. I'm sorry. Did I say January? It's February 11th, 2023.
He said February.
3 days before Valentine's Day.
When did Ms. Gomleva leave the marriage?
Diana left the United States to go back to her home country of Russia, to Moscow, to finish.
Which is crazy. Okay. I don't know how Russian women are, right? I would think that Russian women are more, I don't know, traditional, family oriented. I don't know how they view divorces, so I don't really know. Okay. Just the glancery things I've heard, I thought Russian women are more loyal. Okay. Even if they don't love you, if they marry you, they will stick with you. But maybe I'm wrong, right? I don't really know, right? So I'll play ignorant to that. I know Asian tradition where, it's not like they easily divorce you. Okay. It's not, I mean, unless you're really abusive or just really terrible, or she's just absolutely heinous, they don't divorce like that easily.
Renovations of an apartment that she had bought prior to the marriage.
When was that?
That was in October of 23. I can't give you the exact date, but it was the middle to end of October.
So she's remained with you as a marital couple for 7 or 8 months?
Yeah, I haven't seen her since she left to go to Russia in October of 23.
Okay.
I didn't even know that she was even back in the country until maybe November of 2024. I didn't even know she was here.
So, after just 8 months of marriage, she used the excuse of a home renovation to leave the country, then vanished for 11 months. The way she handled it makes it clear the whole thing was planned from the start. She simply walked away from her husband, then reappeared a year later demanding half of the assets he had before the marriage, completely disregarding the fact that she had already signed a prenuptial agreement. And let's be clear, this wasn't a case of ongoing marital issues or a mutual separation. She disappeared without warning and returned only to claim what she believes she's entitled to. It must have been a complete shock to the poor guy, who genuinely just wanted to find love. I suppose she assumed that the 8 months they spent together, plus the year she was gone, would somehow entitle her to a share of his assets, and that's exactly where she was wrong. It sounds like someone gave her some very bad advice.
At the time of the marriage and the signing of the prenuptial agreement, what were your assets?
Oh, I got a lot. I had a lot. I own a couple restaurants in town. December of 2021.
Let me ask
I
you
just got a lot.
a different way. Let me ask you a different way.
Okay.
Were they all stated in the prenuptial agreement?
Yes, everything that that all my assets were actually, they were actually done prior to the prenup, and it was
Okay.
because I had a will and trust set up in case, because I was having multiple back surgeries over the I lost my brother in 2017, and he didn't have a will or a trust, so therefore I did a will, a trust, because I had 3 major back surgeries and neck surgery from 2017 till August of 2023. And I wanted to make sure that all my assets and all that were protected, so that way if something happened to me, they would be protected. So
Can you imagine this? Imagine working for years, with all the ups and downs success usually comes with, and then to be in a position you can feel proud of what you have accomplished, only to meet someone who thinks she should take half of everything, just because she spent 8 months with you. It's just
Here's the thing where I doubt they had a long relationship prior. I doubt it. Okay. And this is the thing where, again, why I say the most important thing, right, for a man to be on his journey to greatness, to bettering himself, to be the best version of himself is mentally, right? Mentally. This is the thing where I've had detractors say, oh, why do you keep on making these content, right? Why do you keep on making the same video? Because here's the thing, right? If this man was smart enough, right? He's seen the videos, he's seen how women can be, and he's not such an idiot, not such a simp, not such a, beta-minded man. He will wake up, no, I'm not marrying this woman. I barely know her. I've been with her maybe under a year. I kind of get, I'm thinking that, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm just assuming, because they didn't say the before the relationship or before the marriage, but I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure, because here's the thing: a lot of these people, they move very quickly. Okay, this woman is beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna wine and dine her, and I'm gonna ask her to marry me quickly. You barely know the bitch. You barely know her, but yet, oh, she's the love of your life. You're gonna marry her. You're gonna risk everything for her. No, I've said this before. Unless you are getting children from her, don't marry her. Right? That's where, she's risking, her health, her body, fine. You're risking something. But let me say this. If you're a multimillionaire, even if you can get a child with her, I probably wouldn't even recommend that. Okay, because still, just provide for her. I mean, like, it's like I just don't think that's a smart thing. But then, like I said, why these content matter? Because it's not mainstream. Okay, because you may have watched a lot of male content, right? Men content, and think there's so much of it, but it's not mainstream. It's not. Most men, in my opinion, most men don't watch this, right? Most men don't watch content creators. The biggest content creator, male content creators, Fresh and Fit, they range like maybe a couple hundred thousands of views, but that's a drop in the bucket to 160 million men. That's nothing.
Unbelievable. This is a multi-millionaire looking for love, who ended up in a situation where someone he had only been married to for a few months is trying to claim half of everything he owns, despite having no idea what he had to go through to acquire it. Once he mentioned the assets he owns, it all made more sense. It became clear why she wanted the prenup canceled. She was after those millions. Fortunately, he knew exactly what to do to protect his property, and now she will have to find another way to become rich, one that's fair and earned, just like everyone else. This certainly isn't it.
At the time of the signing of the prenuptial agreement, did Ms. Gumliva list her assets?
Yes.
Okay. And did you state that she owned an apartment or owns an apartment in Moscow?
I helped her pay the apartment off in Moscow prior to our marriage. We got it all paid off. We bought almost all of the renovation materials. So with that, with her leaving, she went to go finish the renovation. There was still labor that needed to be done. There were some other things that needed to be purchased.
This is a thing. Why I've said this before. Again, why do I make these content? Because I've said this before. If a woman actually loves you, like she wants you, okay? She's like actually attracted to you. She loves your personality. She loves you. She loves your looks, whatever. She loves you. She actually wants you. You don't have to do so much. You don't. Because women that love you, they will make it easy for you, right? Because they want things to be easy for you, because they want you to be with them. No woman that actually wants you, that actually in love with you, okay, will make things hard for you, because if she makes it hard for you, there's a high likelihood that you won't be with her. So why would a woman that wants you make shit hard for you? It don't make sense, because then you'll leave. Plain and simple. And that's what a lot of men gotta realize. She doesn't want you. She wants to use you. That is why she wants you to go above and beyond.
But therefore, I conceded that the apartment, because she bought it prior to us getting married, that would be her um, uh, hers, as well as any of her bank accounts that she had over in Russia, as well as I had bought her a 2015 Mercedes that she didn't like, and we sold it and got a Kia Seltos.
This is a generous man who did everything he could to support the woman he married. He helped pay off the apartment she bought and even provided her with a vehicle. But that still wasn't enough. She wanted more. She wanted the millions. And that's exactly why they're now in the courtroom. Mr. Vera got played big time, but at least he was smart enough to limit the damage by setting up a trust and having a prenup. Don't sign the documents if you don't plan on fulfilling the requirements, or if you can't understand it. You get nothing. She wasn't even with him a whole year, so the prenup should stand as signed by both people. She has done this before. This divorce process has taken longer than they were actually a married couple.
So that way, when we went and we had the prenuptial set or signed, we listed the bank accounts, her own bank accounts, I believe it was her own bank accounts that was listed in that, as well as the 2015 Mercedes. But at that time, we still had it. We hadn't sold it yet, and the Moscow property.
This is what I don't understand. If they had taken the proper steps declaring their assets before the marriage to ensure that, in the event of a divorce, each would leave with what they brought into the relationship, then why was this case even considered? What exactly was the purpose of the prenup they both agreed to? Now it's clear that all the effort he put into making sure there is no confusion when it comes to their assets was completely disregarded, and that's what I'm struggling to make sense of. This man shouldn't be in.
And that's the thing where we have to learn. Prenup is not as ironclad as some people make it out to be. Right? It's good. You should do it, right? If you are going to get married, but it's not ironclad. Plenty of times judges have thrown away prenups. They have thrown it out. Okay? And here's a woman that's hoping that will happen. Here's a woman that's hoping that she picked a judge, or she got a judge that will throw it away. That's what she's hoping. Because at the end of the day, we are depending on human decisions. Human decisions. So we don't know what biases the judge has. We don't know what mood the judge is in. We don't know what the judge is thinking. We don't know what the judge is, how the judge is going to interpret the law. We don't know.
Court fighting for the things he had long before meeting someone he was married to for just 8 months.
But she's welcome to all her things. You know, it's just I can send them to her.
Are they
Oh
valuable?
yeah. I mean, Deanna didn't. I treated Deanna good. I mean, you know, she Saint Laurent leather coat, Burberry trench, Christian Louboutin shoes. She's got a lot of nice. I bet just in those 3 items, it's close to $10,000.
And
I mean,
those are
they're all hers.
They're all hers. They're all packaged and ready for her, and they're in exactly the same state as she left them.
As of just recently, I moved them out of my closet into the spare bedroom closet, but they're still on hangers. They need to be packed up and sent. But I would be willing to send those to wherever she's living, or if she wants to come and pack them up herself and grab them, which I don't know why she would want that. I can make arrangements for her to meet Elba and them at the house. But
Why? What a bitch. Why? I would have taken them and sold it. You bought it. You bought them. She left them. I mean, I don't know if that's, would that classify as some kind of, illegalness? I don't know. But I mean, come on. It's like, it's not, I guess, I don't know, a gift, but I guess.
I would prefer that maybe I don't know. It might be easier for her to look at them and pack them. So.
Okay.
She raised her hand.
She raised her hand. Oh,
She seems to be okay.
okay.
Besides what we have described, was there any joint property that the two of you purchased during the 8 months that you lived together as husband and wife?
No.
And at the time of the signing of the prenuptial agreement, did you and Ms. Gumliva consider the terms of the prenuptial agreement to be fair and equitable?
Yes. She even was given the opportunity to speak with counsel, Audra McClure, which she never reached out to be able to make sure that all this was fair for her. I just want Deanna to be happy. You know, I want her to move forward in life. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. She can acquire anything that she wants that she sets her mind to. I want her to move forward.
I get it, right? I mean, I'm not telling you to like badmouth her in front of a judge, but I don't understand why you're still acting like a simp. Just say that I want her to move on. That's it. Like, what's the purpose of like gassing her up?
I couldn't make her happy. I don't want her to continue to live, and it's best that we move and separate. And I need to live my life. I'm 61 years old as of the 4th of May, and I need to move forward in my life as well.
What stands out even more is his emotional state throughout all of this. Despite doing everything he could to make her happy, and now finding himself in court fighting for the assets he built long before they met, he's continued to show a remarkable level of respect and consideration toward her. At this point, all he wants is to move on with his life. He accepted that he wasn't the person who could make her happy, and he genuinely hopes she finds someone who can. He just wants to leave all of this behind and step into the next chapter of his life.
During the marriage, did you provide Ms. Gumliva with money to send to her parents?
During that time, I gave her monies to be able to pay for her rent because things were tight. It was COVID time. I also sent monies that I thought she was sending to her parents, only to find out that she hasn't had a relationship with her parents for years, as well as I was sending money for her to pay off her mortgage in Moscow. Not to mention when she went out in October.
So you got married to this woman and you never even met her parents. And you didn't even know that she doesn't really have a relationship with her parents. And you wonder, and you thought, the insanity that I assumed that they probably got married really quickly. My assumption is probably under a year. You probably didn't know this woman that much, calling her intelligent, beautiful. I mean, no. All you think was she's beautiful. That is it.
Of 23. I don't remember if it was Uzbekistan or Azerbaijan. I had to fly her there so that way I could send her money to Western Union because of the sanctions on the Russian bank. I was also sending her money when she was living in Russia until the war happened and sanctions didn't allow me to send money through Wise or whatever it was called at the time. But yes, I took care of her. When I told her that we were married, and I told her that when we got married, I didn't want to be divorced, and so we moved forward in that. And but evidently, the monies that were being sent to Deanna for her parents never got to them. So
she even went as far as using her parents, whom she doesn't even speak to, as an excuse to get more money. That alone reveals her true intentions when it came to this marriage. The goal was to take as much as she could, and clearly, it didn't matter how it was done. What those who do this often fail to consider is how it would affect the other party. She never stopped to think about how this game she was playing would affect him. The truth is that it will likely take him a long time, if ever, to trust someone at this level again. He even mentioned that he told her that he didn't get married to get divorced. He genuinely wanted the marriage to work, but she had other plans. She wasn't interested in building a life as a normal couple. The plan was to get money.
Since Deanna's been gone, I just need to figure out what's going to happen at the end of this. As I have continued to pay for her health insurance, her dental insurance, her vision insurance, her cell phone.
She had left you for months and you continue to pay shit for her. You haven't seen her in, what, a year? She left in October, come back in November. You haven't seen her in a year, and you still paying shit for her?
During this time frame, and then once this is done and over with, I just need to know how to address that so that way she knows that she has to be responsible to pay for her own insurance because she gets Cobra and her own cell bill after that.
That's a valid point, and to be honest, he was incredibly generous to continue making those payments even after she had been out of his house for over a year. They don't have children and she's a capable adult, so there's no reason he should still be covering her expenses.
Generous? She was stupid. It was stupid. Wasting money. And I get it, right? You're a multimillionaire. This is nothing, right? The money he's throwing at her is pennies to him. But it's like fucking idiotic.
That's something she should be handling on her own. On top of that, there's even the possibility that she's already in another relationship, which only reinforces the fact that he should no longer be financially responsible for her.
The objection to the proposed order and the motion to enter the order, that the only remaining thing for Thursday is the motion to show cause that Ms. Gumleva has filed, and I believe that relates to unauthorized recording and publication of the court hearing.
So apparently, she doesn't want them to record or publish their next hearing, which is going to be on Thursday. No wonder she doesn't want the public to see the final judgment. Her cash cow is over. I agree, she is 100% fake. Can't understand English but uses the word meritorious. Yeah, she was scamming him. She shouldn't get a dime and his children should get 100% of everything. They didn't even live together a year, only 6 months. She really didn't like him and she played herself. Mr. Vera, what have you done to yourself? You thought you were winning the prize, didn't you? The only thing worse than a gold digger is the dumb.
And you know, that's the thing. Okay. I've starting to understand and learn that it is because men view beautiful women, right? And they view the beautiful women as a prize. But when you think about this, okay, although he's a fat, probably not that good, probably not a good looking man. But here's the thing. You are rare, right? I promoted this, right? I want more men to understand. If you make over 6 figures, you are top 20% man, top 17%. Okay. Top 17%, 17%. Okay. You are rare. If you are over 6 foot, you are rare. That's about 20% of the population. You are a rare man. We have too many men who do not value themselves. And again, you wonder, see, this is what I'm saying. Oh, why do you keep on making this content? Because men don't see it. Men don't know. You are rare. A multimillionaire? How many multimillionaire men are there? Right? Couple thousand? Like maybe what? 100,000? 200,000 men? Maybe? In the world? Maybe 500,000? There's billions of people in this world. Billions. Hell, let's say hypothetically there's 200 million multimillionaires in this world. 200 million, maybe. I don't know, right? We could check, but still. That's still a drop in the bucket compared to billions upon billions of people. So it's nothing. And that's the thing. You are rare. And then US alone, probably maybe a million multimillionaires. Maybe, I don't know. Right? But still, regardless, you are rare. How about view yourself as such? This is the dynamic, right? When you are a man, right? Multimillionaire man, you are a rare man. Yet, because you see a beautiful woman, I can never get a beautiful woman. Could you? You can't? Right? I mean, seriously, if you're going to pay for her, you can get any other woman. I'm going to say maybe to love you is probably rare, right? Maybe that's hard. A woman that will love you will probably be a prize, okay? That I'll say. But a woman that will use you for money, a beautiful woman that will use you for money, she's not a prize. She's dime a dozen. Plenty of beautiful women would use you for money. Seriously. Hell, younger beautiful women would gladly use you for money. So really, come on, have some, this is a point why I say have some self-respect, have some self-love, okay? I would not be paying this bitch's utility bills, right? Her fucking coverages, her insurance, when she's not even around me. No. Let it default. Like this is the thing where, because so many men, when you are still a rare ass man, and yet you don't even view yourself as the prize, you're stupid.
Simps who keep hooking up with them.
I do have a question. Does Ms. Gumleva agree to sign the title so she can receive her check? If she does not, I would ask for a court order so that Mr. Vera can sign the title, because it has become an issue. There will be a check waiting for her for $25,000.
К сожалению, все, что говорят, 90% того, что говорит противоположная сторона, это ложь.
She is not willing to sign the title until the process will be over with the divorce. The process will be over because 90% what she hears from Mr. Vera is not truth, according to her.
Mr. Vera is receiving rather insistent communications from the title company and the insurance company to get this done, regardless of how this ends.
So
I will grant an order requiring that the title be signed, that the proceeds be put in Ms. Quist's trust account to be held until the final determination and distribution of the property in this case. Ms. Gumliva, signing the title.
Why would there that's what I say. Why would there even be a notion of distribution of property? Fucking unbelievable.
Well, that does not mean you agree.
When the judge stated that she should sign the title and that the insurance money should be held in a trusted account until the final determination and distribution of his assets, I couldn't help but think about this guy. The judge spoke as if she was referring to marital assets. How did he end up in a courtroom fighting for his own money? He is sitting in a room full of strangers who are now deciding what is going to happen to the assets he spent years working to acquire, all while they had a signed prenup. The title in question is for the vehicle he gave her, which was involved in a car crash. The insurance company is offering $25,000 for it, but they need her signature to release the payment. But she refuses to sign it, convinced that doing so could somehow affect the outcome of the final hearing. That's why the judge had to clarify that signing the title doesn't mean she agrees this is her only property. It simply allows the insurance process to move forward. But her hesitation speaks volumes about her mindset and intentions. Those who have followed this case from the start know that when the prenup was signed, her only assets were a house and the car he purchased. So why won't she accept the $25,000 from the insurance company? Anyone acting in good faith without plans to go after someone else's property would take that amount without hesitation, but she had a different approach, and it's very clear. She's after the bigger fish.
Okay. And thank you, Your Honor. Will you be drafting the order, or do you want me to draft it?
I'd prefer that you draft it.
I
And
will.
if you get it to me ASAP,
Okay.
I will sign it.
I'll get it to you within the next hour. Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. And we are adjourned, and we will see you on Thursday.
Why the hell? This is the thing. Why the hell does it have to take so long? Why the hell do you have to go through so many hoops? I cannot understand. Oh, do you think she qualifies for anything? 6 months of a marriage? He's like, no, you don't qualify for nothing. There was a prenup, and you weren't even together for a year. Right? I guarantee you, you add up. Oh, you add up. Let's say the time they were together, the time before the marriage, the time after the marriage. I guarantee you, it was less than 2 years. I guarantee you. And yet, oh, let's continue with this farce. Unbelievable. Again, this is why this is the stupidity. This is the stupidity, right? You want to be a man. Oh, I want to show her love. I want to show her appreciation. Let me marry her. No, fuck that. I don't need you. You want to marry a foreign woman? You can get plenty. You can get plenty of foreign women.
thank you, Your Honor.
She doesn't want her next target to see the video.
Next time.
Too late, honey. It's on the internet forever. She will have to find another rich guy who does not have electricity. She knows for a fact she understands English. He seems like a nice and genuine guy. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, but he's stupid.
I wonder how they met. Is he a passport bro that thought that he would find better quality women abroad and it backfired?
And this is the thing where women like that will use this as ammo against passport bros. And I said it. I get it, right? It's true. I've said this before. Wherever you go in this world, women are honestly the same. Women are honestly the same. The point why I said, you know what, maybe try passport bros is that at least the values may be different. Women everywhere you have to spend, right? There's no, I honestly believe there's no place on this earth that you don't have to spend money on women. No place. No place on this earth that you don't have to spend money on women. It's the only thing that you hope that wherever you go, she may be instilled with values where she's not going to leave you, I don't know, just because you don't give her 10,000, right? She's not going to leave you just because, I don't know, you're not buying her like Saint Laurent, right? She's not going to leave you just because you want her to cook and clean for you. That's the thing, right? She will be loyal to you. She will be respectful to you because it's within her value system, right? Her country's, her culture's value system. That's what you hope. But again, all us men have to understand, everywhere in this world, women will want you to spend money on them. It's just a fact of life. Do not forget that. Do not neglect that. Don't think that, oh my God, I'm going to Thailand or Russia or China and the shit. Like, you know what? These women would love me for me. No, they fucking won't. Okay? Now, they may love you for you, but it's not just for you. Right? They will love you because you provide for them. They will love you because you could take care of them. They will love you because you're going to be a good husband, a good father. You will not mistreat them. So they'll love you for many, many things. Not just because, oh, you're a nice guy. No, it's because you got to provide for them. You got to take care of them.
They're scheduled to come back again on Thursday for the final hearing, which is supposed to finally determine who gets what. But I don't think the footage of that hearing will ever be released, since she mentioned that she didn't want it to be made public, so I doubt it'll ever be posted. I looked around for more information on the case, but couldn't find anything, which suggests they actually honored her request. Still, I think he managed to keep his assets, because she has no legal grounds to claim anything from him.
Let me see. I couldn't find any updates, so who knows, right? Who knows who knows what happens with their relation or with their process. It's crazy that there's a part two. I mean, crazy that, it still had to go on, but
I know every case is different and sometimes the outcome can be surprising, but I'm pretty convinced he has enough evidence to prove that he should retain his property. It was a short marriage, they don't have any children, and on top of that, she signed a prenuptial agreement stating that anything they owned before the marriage wouldn't be up for division in case of a divorce. So there's just no way she's going to win this case or take half of everything he's worked for his entire life. This situation really shows how important it is to be.
sadly, to say no way is, it's not really 100% because, like I said, who knows what the judge will, what she's feeling. So, what do you guys think?